What's up, Disrupt Nation? So, it's been a crazy week, man. It's been a crazy month, honestly. So about a month ago, I came to New York City for a couple of different events. Forbes hosted a private event in collaboration with Fueled by Culture. Shout out to them, with Eric Thomas, E.T. the hip hop preacher. And as some of you may know, we actually collaborated with him. If you don't know E.T. the hip hop preacher, search him up on YouTube. He's been doing this thing for probably like 10 years in the motivational speaking space. But, you know, unlike Tony Robbins, unlike a lot of people, he is super urban. So E.T. the hip hop preacher, I don't even know, he doesn't really call himself that as much. Now he just goes by Eric Thomas. But yeah, we collaborated with him about maybe 2 years ago with Founders, and we did a huge event. We did actually a couple of collaborations. So we did a smaller event with some school kids in Newark. Shout out to him for that. It was really dope of him to come. And then that turned into a much larger event, a paid event that we did in the Red Bull Arena. And that event was amazing. We a lot of the same kids we gave sponsorships to, so they were able to attend the event for free. But for the general public, we sold tickets, and it was great, man. It was a great collaboration, and it was the first time that I had saw him since Founders. So I was able to connect with him. Was also able to connect with David Medsa at that event. And it was a really private, high-level event. Shout out to Forbes for the invite as well. Shout out to Ray Thomas for getting me that invite. And yeah, really high-level networking. I mean, there were execs from Rock Nation there, from the Major League Baseball, from Honda, Audi, all these different really high-level companies. Shout out to Hennessy for sponsoring. So I came into town, went to that event, also went to Tai Lopez, held a private investor dinner with potential angel investors, and it was a really, really great networking event. Was able to, it's almost like a housewarming, because he recently bought a condo here in New York City. So I was able to connect with him and a bunch of other really amazing high networked people instead of net worth, networked. Really amazing people. Shout out to Roman. Was able to connect with him in person, and we've been building our relationship. Shout out to Paul Getter for getting me that invite. And yeah, so I was in New York for that, and then I shot out to Miami. I spoke at Paul Getter's mastermind. He did a digital marketing, internet marketing mastermind event. And I spoke about the power of the podcast, told the whole story about Puerto Rico and all the work that we're doing over there. And then I drove, so he's in South Florida, but he's in Naples. I drove from Naples over to Miami, which is about an hour. And then I connected with Brian Edmond. So Brian Edmond was actually, it's like everything goes full circle. He was actually in the Founders Accelerator in Newark, New Jersey. And he was actually one of my students. And since then, he's been super successful, like uber successful, blowing past everyone's expectations. He started a digital marketing agency, and he works primarily with chiropractors, but he has a couple of different niches that he works in, and he's really just crushing it, running his social media marketing agency. And he recently got a new place, beautiful condo, right on the waterfront in Miami. And he was gracious enough to let me stay in his guest room for a week. So I was able to connect with him and really get a sense of what he's been up to. He's working on some big things, and he started a new company called After Found. And I keep telling him that it's After Founders, but it really means after he found sobriety, after he found entrepreneurship, and after he decided to make a meaningful change in his life and become the person that he's becoming. And now he's enabling other entrepreneurs and teaching them and mentoring them. So it was really, really great to, you know, connect with him and see the journey that he's been on. Really, really inspirational. I mean, it inspired me. You know, he's building this 6 and approaching 7-figure empire, and really, really just proud of him to see what he's been doing and see what he's been up to. And then Tai Lopez held another private event actually 2 of them in Miami that I was able to attend. So he is running a program called, Tai Lopez Mentorship or Mentors Program. Really, really small group of people, maybe 20, 30 people. And he works with people one-on-one in person. So that was a great event to attend. And then there was another networking event for angel investors. Shout out to Jennifer Hopp. She is a good friend of mine. She's spoken at multiple Disrupt Masterminds, and she actually flew down from Puerto Rico to attend the event. And yeah, was able to connect with Tai Lopez again. Was able to connect with Dr. Alex. And it's really interesting what they're building. They're really focused on SaaS, a heavy focus on recurring revenue, which is really the lifeblood if you want longevity, right? You can sell something once, but if you can create a recurring revenue, that Netflix type of model, it's really valuable. So it was an amazing event. I'm super grateful for all of that. And so, but I'm spending all this time and I'm not in Puerto Rico, right? So I finally get back to Puerto Rico, and I made an Instagram story, and I was like, hey, I promise I will stay in Puerto Rico for the next 75 days. And literally like 7-8 days later, I got the call from Power 105, and they were gracious enough to invite me to speak about the work that we've done down in Puerto Rico and about Disrupt and the whole movement. And then lo and behold, there was another Forbes Mastermind event hosted by Forbes, the CEO of Chase Bank, who is actually the first female African-American CEO of a major bank, and Wyclef Jean. And then also hip-hop artist Casanova made a guest appearance as well. And again, another amazing networking event. So I attended that. And then we went to Power 105 on Easter Sunday. Literally on Easter Sunday, we ran up in there. And that's probably why they had us on. They probably just needed a spot filled, right? And I don't think they were expecting the whole movement. And I was able to connect with Honey German, really amazing radio host. She's really quickly becoming like the next big sensation on Power 105. As you know, like Power 105 is like the home of the Breakfast Club, home of Angie Martinez, and she is really just doing her thing. She's freaking young and ambitious and just an amazing human being. So was able to connect with her, tell her about the whole Disrupt movement, and then that footage is going to be getting released very soon. So look out for that. And yeah, man. So I've been in New York for the last couple of days. I spent some time with my cousin up in Connecticut, and now our next stop on this freaking roller coaster of a journey, and that's why I'm making this video, is just to kind of document the crazy journey that we've been going through, is the Warren Buffett Berkshire Hathaway shareholders meeting. So for those of you who don't know, Warren Buffett really does not speak publicly that often, but the one place that you can always see him is once a year. Anyone who owns a stock in his company, and just for reference, a stock in his company today is worth $330,000, so over $250,000 for one stock. Anyone who is a stockholder gets tickets to the shareholder meeting, where he talks about the state of his company and where he sees the markets going, what he sees for the future. Now, Warren Buffett is one of the richest men in the world. He's definitely, I believe, in the top 5 or top 10. He's been number 1 before, but stock prices go up and down, so it fluctuates. But he's up there with Bill Gates. He's actually Bill Gates' mentor, up there with people like Jeff Bezos, and Mark Zuckerberg. But unlike them, he's been in the game forever. Like before Bill Gates, when Bill Gates was like a paper boy, Warren Buffett was one of the richest men in the world, and was one of Bill Gates' mentors. So he's definitely an OG in the wealth and success game, and it's a really rare opportunity to be able to see him. And he's getting older; he's in his 80s. So God bless him. I hope he's in good health. But there's not going to be that many more opportunities to see him as he gets older. So I'm really excited. Shout out to Teddy. Teddy was able to get us some tickets to the event, and then she's actually speaking at one of the events that's happening in conjunction with their shareholder meeting. And so shout out to Teddy for that. But yeah, so after here, I'm still in New York. I'm shooting down to Oklahoma or Omaha. I keep mixing those two up, but hopefully the plane ticket's to the right place. But I'll be shooting out west to the Warren Buffett shareholder conference, and gonna see Warren Buffett speak, man. So talk about a crazy week. Talk about a crazy year. I keep getting, it's been over a year since we started Disrupt. So I keep getting those Facebook notifications of, hey, last year you were doing this, last year you were doing that. So it's definitely been a roller coaster, tons of ups and downs, but I'm just super grateful for the community and the tribe and the movement that we've been able to create, and more importantly, the lives that we've been able to touch, the people that we've been able to touch, the impact we've been able to have. And yeah, so we're shooting out to the Warren Buffett shareholder meeting. And then after that, I'll be back in Puerto Rico, and I'll be stationed there for at least a month. And then after that, I will be going to John Malott from Build Your Empire, his wedding. So he's getting married to his beautiful fiancée, Naj. And I will be attending his wedding, so I'm very grateful for that as well. Then I will be shooting back to New York to the Puerto Rican Day Parade, and the shout out to Honey German again. She invited me to be on the float, on the parade float for Power 105. So I'm super grateful. This has been an amazing year. Shout out to Gerard Adams for coming to the first Disrupt event and speaking. I mean, that freaking made my year. Shout out to Omar over at K-Swiss. He's always showing love. Shout out to Hugo Sanchez over at Modi App. Shout out to Dan Cotton over at World Star Hip Hop. Like, it's been an amazing year. Shout out to Crazy Legs. Okay, yeah, so then there you go. So then I'm gonna be on the Puerto Rican Day Parade, on the freaking float for Power 105. Then I'm gonna be speaking at a real estate conference, the Disruptor Real Estate Conference, with my man Ralph. And then I'm going back to Puerto Rico. It's my final shout out to the Puerto Rock Music Festival, where Fat Joe is going to be performing, and a lot of other amazing Latin and hip hop artists are going to be performing in Puerto Rico. So I'm going to be bouncing around a lot, but I'm super grateful and super motivated and super optimistic for all the things that that this year is going to continue to bring, all the blessings that are going to continue to come. So that's my update. Jet Set Life, $1 in a dream, Wi-Fi in a dream is all you need to succeed, and we're winning proof. And yeah, man, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for following the journey, following the story. If you want to stay up to date, always hit that subscribe button. Always hit that like, always comment. If you ask questions in the comments, I always reply. If you shoot me a DM, I always try to reply. And yeah, man, thank you for following the journey. It's only gonna get better. It's only gonna get better. You're gonna look back at 5 or 10 years. You're gonna look at these videos, and it's I can't even imagine. Like, we're up to something, and I can't even imagine what the next 10 years are gonna look like. So I'm super grateful, and thank you guys for following the journey. Thank you guys for believing in me. All the haters, thank you for hating. Leave a thumbs down. Like, if you really just hate me, please leave a thumbs down. I love you either way. And yeah, man, it's another episode. Like I said, if you ever have any questions, I'm freaking here to help. I've been super humbled by the impact that we've been able to have, and I know it's only going to get better. So, all right, guys, signing out. We got a new program coming up too, the Disrupt Mentors program. If you want to get mentorship from me and my team of amazing, freaking world-class entrepreneurs, influencers, thought leaders, definitely apply for the Disrupt Mentorship program. We'll work with you one-on-one. We have a fucking team of amazing beast savages that are going to work with you and help you get the extraordinary results that you're trying to get in your life. So, yep, leave a thumbs up. Go to disruptmentors.com and definitely apply. And hopefully I'll see you guys on the inside. Peace.